The elders and apostles of Great Stone, shalom to your brothers in the highways and the byways, preaching and teaching this word in sincerity and in truth. Alright, so this is Brother Shapal, and here with me I have the brother
Akaramya.
Alright, and we're rolling in spirit, checking out articles and basically reasoning among ourselves. And this is an article that popped up. It's dated Wednesday the 6th of March, right, 2024.
Let's get it here.
Alright, and yeah, I'm going.
Yeah, I'm reading.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so the article headline states Phase 1 of NIDS, which NIDS enrollment to be launched in 2024/2025.
Right, so this year, 2024 to 2025 of next year, they're going to try to enroll or try to get accomplished phase 1, which when it goes in, you will see the plans will basically them are put in place, for the implementation of these things. Right? Just to mention that a couple of months ago, they had put in the e-gate at which one of the airport was it? I think it was
Sangsters. Yes, yeah. Sangsters it was.
Right.
6 of them.
Right. And what that does, or what you see happening in front of our eyes, we can check the China credit score. What's it called? It's China. It's a credit score system that China had set up. Now, everywhere that you go, you're connected digitally, right? Social credit score. That's it.
Yeah.
Right. And it's a thing called the Internet of Things, right? Now, going through those e-gates, it scans your whole biometric information because it gets your facial recognition, your whole retina scan and all of those. Now, this is where the NIDS card will come in play, because that's going to have your passport, your national ID, driver's license, your health records, your e-wallet, as the article I've mentioned. Right, all of these things are being put in place because the society is moving digital. Everything is changing, as you see, and it goes back to Revelation 13 verse 16 on down. That famous scripture, right? Now, that's what we're seeing, man. This is just the implementation or the framework being set in place for those prophecies to be fulfilled. You have something?
Could I give you Ecclesiastes chapter 9 and 12? It says, "For man also know it not his time,
right?
As the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time,
right?
When it falleth suddenly upon them."
Right, and as mentioned to a snare, right, and a net, like a bird catching a snare, fish catching a net, you don't know, right? Or people don't know that this thing that's set is a chop, because a chop not supposed to look like a chop, because the things that they're going to use to sell this thing is convenience.
Yeah.
We call it the whole technology, the whole going around, you not carrying hard cash on you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
convenience.
Convenience. You're not realizing that it's a trap, man.
Yep.
Because you're giving away your freedom.
Yep.
Your so-called privilege.
Yeah.
Your privilege, not so-called, your privilege, basically.
Your so-called freedom.
So-called freedom.
Which are your privilege.
Right. See? And as you said, man, you're not going to know the time until, because all of these infrastructures have been put up, but you're not hearing nobody that say, boy, I hate out against it, except for the men where you see out here on the highways and the byways. Because we know to the power and spirit that you have about Shimmy and Shai, but it is, So you're not going to know until the day that the net is cast and you just get pulled.
Yeah.
You realize, shit, this is all a chop, but guess what? It's not going to be too late.
I have some fear. Alright, so this is 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11 says, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us,
right,
for we are not ignorant of his devices."
Right.
So the brother mentioned a while ago, if you are ignorant of the so-called white man's devices, because that's what this is speaking about when it says Satan. It's not speaking about the spiritual demon Satan.
Right.
Speaking about Esau, Edom, and his agenda. If you are ignorant to what the so-called white man is doing, it's gonna catch you off guard, right? And here we stand as the hopeful elect of Yahweh Shai. What I say? students of the Apostles of Great Millstone, we have received the memorandum of understanding what the Lord is doing, what is about to happen on the earth, and we're sounding the trumpet. But our people which are in darkness, ignorance, you know, this net is gonna catch them suddenly and off guard, unawares, you know.
That's right.
So back to the article. Alright, so back in the article it says the government intends to complete and launch phase 1 of the National Identification System NIDS enrollment and issuance of national identification cards during the 2024/2025 financial year. This will be done through a $1.3 billion allocation for the National Identification for Economic Growth project.
And those funds, you can best believe, is from Esau either, man. Either the IDB or, you know, wherever the funds come from. But know that this agenda is not of Andrew Wallace nor, what's his name again?
Nigel Clark
or any one of them.
Yep.
You know? It is.
And if it's like if Mark Golden was supposed to be vote in, it will be the same thing.
Same thing. It's one mandate. You know, and no matter who in office, it's the same thing. Because the world, you see, there's a bigger thing happening here, man. The world is moving towards the Revelation 13 and verse 16.
That's right.
Now forget everybody on board, right? These are the things that are going to have to be put in place, you know. And that's what you see happening in front of your eyes. So no matter what it's been called over different parts of the world.
Yeah.
You know, you might have I think in America, I'm not sure, some part of the world you have it's called real ID. You know what I mean, and other things. But it's the same agenda. As you said, check China, social credit score system. That's what happening, man, and it's going to be a prison, like a prison. A dystopia where everything is going to be quantified. You're going to be told when you can sleep. That's why they have them smart cities now. You know, smart cars. You know what I mean? Your car get repossessed. There's no way you can go on your car and still drive it. You know what I mean? Your car will be controlled by the state. Your water, your light, everything.
You can't run from the police again.
Exactly.
When them gonna slack off the engine.
Slack off. Exactly. Everything, man. You can't. You know what I mean? it's going to be
total control.
Total control. And this is what these men are heading to. But this is what our government is putting our people in. And everybody out here sleeping, man.
Yeah, I have a quick one for you. Psalm 64:1, it says, to the chief musician, a psalm of David, hear my voice, O power, in my prayer, preserve my life from fear of the enemy.
Right.
Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked.
Right. And you best believe that when these men come together, Davos, or wherever the forum keep, it's Esau Edom at the head of it, the so-called white man. Right? You best believe that those secret councils, you know what I mean, are geared towards mainly what our people, because it says in Psalms of 83, come and cut them off from the nation. Right? So that the name of Israel be no more in remembrance. That is the ultimately it goes back to the blessing of the Lord that bless Jacob. Alright? Saying so they might try to obtain the blessing by carnal means, which is total rulership, control and everything, man. This is gonna be in a righteous way. We might try to obtain it in a carnal way, man, which is gonna be wicked, a dystopia. Right?
Psalm 64:2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect.
Alright, which are the Israelites, man. In this time is the elect of the nation of Israel. Saints of the Lord.
Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily.
Commune of laying traps. Right, these are traps, man, being set right by the elites and your prime ministers and your members of parliament are carrying it out to the T. Right, because they have gotten a mandate. Right, and they have to carry it out. Yeah, these men don't give a shit about you, man. right? And guess what? You people don't even give a shit about yourself, because here we are in 2024. You guys think your politicians still have the best interests at heart?
Alright, so it says, they say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thoughts of every one of them, and the heart is deep.
The heart, go back to the Hebrew word lahab, which means a mind.
Yep.
So these men have deep minds, man, deep thinkers. These men don't think about where the next party at, you know what I mean? Or how if you go scam Jake out of few penny. These men, I think the currency that you're spending now, we think determine what is money and take the real wealth. These men, I think, over chop nations. These men, I think, over rule the world. These men, I think, above. These men, I think, transhumanism, godlike mindset. When you go back in a Psalms 10, I believe, it shows you that these men, I think, like the Mosai. You know, this is what these men minds are thinking, man. You know, and people are saying, come with a diligent search, right? The device which is going to be implanted on you, and all the technologies that have been put in place all around the world, right? It's been carefully sorted out, right, and engineered specifically, man, to do what it does, right? And to put your asses back in slavery.
Yeah, so back in the article it says, details are outlined in the 2024/25 estimates of expenditure tabled in the House of Representatives by Minister of Finance and Public Service Dr. Nigel Clark recently. Other anticipated targets for the upcoming fiscal year include launching the Registrar General's Department RGD e-wallet and digital birth certificate.
Right, so those are two main things, because the RGD, you know, it have to deal with a lot of information on Jake. So if you have a birth certificate, you want it to be sorted out. All of these papers, important documents that you need, RGD are one of the main things, and this is what they must start with.
I see, that's all the entry where a child, you know, birth.
Right.
So from birth, the little one that we are born 2024, 2025 will be born into that digital system.
That's it.
No longer the analog system where paper and paper can be lost or boom, boom, boom. It will be in a digital format.
Right. You know the funny thing about it, those who are work at RGD, not that them can change anything, but them basically like a welcome it, because guess what, them are gonna say it make them work easier. Because I was there, you know, with a brother who worked there, and I see the amount of work. It's a ton load of work. Paperwork, man, and all of that filing, and you know, all of that stamping, and right. That's gonna be a thing of the past. You know, so that what I'm gonna do, I consolidate all of the information into a digital database.
Yep.
See, which, as you say, go back, convenience, but yes, it's a chop.
Technocracy, yeah.
Technocracy, right.
Yeah. Alright, so it says, commencing the modification and upgrade of 11 post offices as enrollment sites and completing the framework and infrastructure to facilitate the variation. At that time a while ago. So it said the variation and authentication of identity information by it says by accrediting third parties. Additionally, the digitization of the RGD civil records will continue, as well as completion of the framework for the RGD. That's some.
Yeah, right. You keep on mentioning the framework, because this is just a setup, as you mentioned, you know, for what a greater thing to come, right? So these, what you see, man, is a framework, because ultimately what you're going to be is a device that are going to be implanted on the skin. We're going to have all of your information.
Let me get that.
And if you're not hooked up to the grid, and if you don't have that on you or in you, you know what I mean, then you will be blacklisted. Just imagine going to buy something across the street and you can't because the society, the technology that's been used throughout the whole country that you're in doesn't recognize you. You can't get water to drink, you can't get food to eat, you know what I mean, you can't get transportation, you know what I mean, you're stuck.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, it's like you're dead, you're gonna starve because guess what? You're not hooked up to the grid.
Right.
You know what I mean? So these things are the framework that has been put in place, right, to accommodate. Once it reaches to that thing on the skin, you know what I mean, that's the ultimate. Then you have a choice to make whether you're going to go with the system, right, and be condemned according to Yahweh Shema Shai scripture, or you're going to deny and live Yahweh Shema Shai way. I mean, and depend on the law Yahweh Shema Shai through faith.
That one fair. Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10, it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Right. Because you keep the word of the Lord patient, because you keep these scriptures and you believe in Yahweh Shema Shai. Right? We keep it from the word temptation. So when that implementation becomes mandatory and you deny it, the Lord will keep you.
Yeah.
Right? Because there's scriptures, it's written all over the scripture, man. Elijah, the Lord feed Elijah. It's nothing to look. Everything when you see created, man, the Lord created. And everything when you see happening, the Lord basically do it. Even this particular infrastructure we're speaking of, right? For His purpose.
Yep.
Right. So if you believe in the Lord, He's going to feed you just the same.
And if he's not a man that he should lie, Isaiah 65 and don't tell the same servants are going to eat. And I'm going to rejoice. So, yeah, so the Lord are going to take care of His elect. Now Revelation 20 and 4 tell us a man are going to get beheaded. Right? So there will be martyrs. So we are give you the two sides of the coin. You know, brothers will be protected and brothers will be put to death. You know, but the elect of Yahweh Shema Shai will not be deceived by this man, you know, and receive his mark. Right? With Revelation 13. Revelation 13 and verse 16 it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here, that's something. Right,
yeah, so it's because it all, both small and great, rich and poor,
yeah,
to receive that charagma in their hand, you know. So when you really think about it, man, you know, you not, there's no way you're going to escape. You don't have two decisions, right? Whether you go with Yahweh Shema Shai, you know, or whether you choose the state which you're going to be destroyed, right? Right? That's the easier way, you know what I mean? But hey, you're going to get destroyed.
Thus said the Lord.
Say the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai. That's the ultimate test.
Revelation 14 and 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
This is Yahweh is the Lamb.
Yep.
But that's the judgment that is written for ones that basically take the mark, you know. And as we mentioned, the mark in the passage, it goes back to root word charagma.
Yep.
Right. Which means, you know, a stake, you know what I mean, or a
palisade. Yep. A rampart.
Yep. That's it, man. That's the syringe that they're going to use.
Yep.
Bore the skin to put that. And you can look it up online. A lot of people getting this implant already.
Check over Sweden.
Yep. You know, and the root word for charagma is charax.
Yep.
right? I'm sorry, Karax is that's the rampart or the policy. You know what I mean? Paragma, you know what I mean, goes back into the implant, that mark, that stamp, right?
Badge of servitude.
Badge of servitude, that's what it is, right? As a slip of the tongue. But when you go into the word for Karax, you know what I mean, then you get grapho, which means written information, right? And when you look up written information, when you go into it, it says something written down, not to be forgotten, right? And just like how we mentioned RGD and all this information that you're going to need, basically the through, smooth sailing, you know, these are the things that are going to be on that data that's going to be on that mark, right? That device. You know what I mean? Things that written down, not to be forgotten. You have the information?
Yeah, man, I just have pull it up on my screen. You just, correct that slip of the tongue a while ago. So I'm pull up everything and you just say. So this is the word grapho, to write, with reference to the form of the letters. B definition B says,
yeah, man. Yeah.
To commit to writing things not to be forgotten, write down, record.
Right.
Yep.
So that is going to be recorded. All of the information, your biometrics, your banking information, e-wallet, every single thing about you, man, is going to be digital.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So that's where it is heading. That's exactly where it is. Kind of need to move at the moment we're at. I don't know if you want to add anything else.
I think the point has been made. It's still.
Right. But yeah, once you can go in and look at the information, you can read the Revelation 13 verse 16. You know what I mean? The BLB or the My Sword, right? Bible app. You can go in at the word and look up the word mark, right, in the passage, and look in the go into the root word. Do some extensive research. You will see the information there, right? With that, we also want to give a praise and glory to Yahweh.
Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Rakak, Dash.
Honest to the elders and apostles of Great Stone. Shalom to you, brothers in the highways and the byways, preaching and teaching His word in sincerity and truth.
Shalom.